black or gaudy color. So go ahead, click on the gradient. So click on this gradient right here. And then you'll notice you have some options to edit your gradient. Okay. Now we don't want black. Okay. So just choose anything but a dark black color. So to change it, you're going to click on this little square swatch color. Okay. And then click on the swatch color below it and double click it, and then you can change your color here. Okay. Generally, it's good to just use web colors because a lot of times we're going to be uploading our work to a portfolio on the web. So just use web colors. It still gives you a wide array of colors to work with. So the directions say purple, but you can choose what you want. But I'm just going to use purple. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. And then notice there's different types. You can do solid, noise, and your smoothness. But I'm going to leave it as default. I'm going to hit OK. Now you'll notice my mouse is like a target. I'm going to basically be dragging my gradient now. Now the gradient is going to start with a color on the right, and then I'm going to drag it to the left to be no gradient. So my mouse is on the right side. I'm going to click, and then I'm going to hold down the mouse and drag all the way over to the end. Now to make sure it's a straight line, hold down the shift key, and it'll be a straight line. And drag it all the way to the end, and then let go. And then you'll notice that it now starts with a purple. It starts with a purple, and then it goes to no gradient. Okay. Now, if I wanted to change it, notice I can just add another gradient there. I can just click and add it here. Okay. So a lot of people, this is how they make. Let's see. This is how they'll make a vignette. Have you guys heard of vignette before? Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll do this, like a vignette. Notice the vignette is being made. It's like a gradual color. So that's an easy way to make a vignette. And then you'll have the photograph here and it'll look really nice. But we're not going to make vignettes today. Maybe next week. So have your gradient. Okay? Okay, what's next? Adding text. We're almost done. We're going to add the text Hardin. Does anyone know what Hardin means? Anybody know what Hardin means? Yes, it means garden. Does anyone know which language that is? Latin. Yeah, Latin. You're right. Smart students. So we're going to type in Hardin and then type in 2000. And then we're going to place the text right here in the middle of our door. For the text, I'll let you choose the text that you want. You don't have to use Times New Roman or whatever. But just put Hardin 2000. And we're going to make an outer glow to the text. It's going to be a yellow with a spread of 10, the structure of 1. So let's go ahead and do that. Press the letter T to get your text tool, or go ahead and click on the text tool here. Then you're going to click where you want it. I'm going to click it right there. I'm going to increase the font size a little bit bigger. You can choose like the font size. I'm going to choose 36. I'm going to put Hardin. And then put Shift Enter. We'll go to the next line. And then I'm going to put 2000. And go ahead and choose the font that you want. I'm going to use, since I'm from Hawaii, I'm going to use Hawaiian Killer and make it 72%. Okay? So I have my text now. Now it's kind of difficult to see the text, right? So what we're going to do, because it's black on green, which isn't a very good contrasting color. So what we're going to do is stroke it. And you guys learned stroke from last time. Just go ahead and make sure your text layer is selected. Go to the bottom, go to the function, f of x, and hit stroke. Ooh, sorry, outer glow, outer glow. Yeah. Now the directions say to do an outer glow of, I think it was 10. So a spread of 10 and a structure area of 1. So spread right here is 10. And you can choose softer, that's fine. And then we should be good. So what you can do is go ahead, make sure you have your text layer selected again. Go to your function, choose gradient overlay. And, oh, sorry, not gradient overlay. Pattern overlay, my fault. Pattern overlay. And to get to this, just click on pattern overlay so it's selected. And then for the pattern, it says wood, so go ahead and use the wood. Okay. And for scale, it says 200%, so go ahead and type in 200%. And blending mode, what did it say? Okay, blending mode will keep the same. And then we'll hit enter, and then we're done. So hit OK. So now we got our text. Now, let's say we want to change our text. So go back to Photoshop, click on the layer, and the directions say change it to 2004. So let's go ahead and do that. 2004. Make sure you know how to edit your text. So now it looks like this. And okay. Okay. Finally, what we're going to be doing is the directions say to flatten the image. Now notice we have layers here. Now if we want all these layers to get smooshed into one layer, we would flatten it. So how you flatten your layers is you select all the layers. Just click on Hardin, hold on the shift key and select your background layer. Then control click or right click and put flatten image. And then discard hidden layers, okay. Now when we flatten our image, it becomes one image. Usually you don't need to do this because when you flatten your image, basically all your other layers are gone. So I don't know why you need to do that, but like this morning I was creating the design for the athletics poster schedules that are going to be going up. And like the print shop doesn't have this Hawaiian killer font. So what I needed to do was flatten the image and then give them the Photoshop file so they could print it. So that's one example of how flattening the image could be beneficial. But let's say you flatten the image and you're like, oh no, I didn't want to flatten it. What should I do? All you need to do is hit Command Z and it will unflatten your image and get it back to what you wanted to do.
Wait, how do you flatten the image again?
So to flatten your image, highlight all your layers, Command click, and merge layers.
Merge layers, right?
Yep. Last thing you're going to do is take your PNG signature picture, stick it in the corner like right around here, and then send it to your Posterous as a JPEG, and you're finished. So that's Hardin 2004.